So flails are absolutely phenomenal, and there's nothing better than having two. So in this level 150 Dexterity Arcane build, we are going to be looking at the Knight Rider flail and adding a second one to completely annihilate every single person you're going to go up against in Elden Ring. I've had an immense amount of fun with this build. It is super good, and the time to kill is incredibly low. If anyone has told you that flails are not good, they are wrong, and I'm going to show you exactly why. So starting off with the main part of this build, we are going to be using the Knight Rider flail. This weapon can be found incredibly early in the game in the Weeping Peninsula. Right as you are about to go into Castle Morn, you are going to stop at the Castle Morn Rampart, and at night, a Knight Cavalry is going to be patrolling there, and you need to kill him, and he will drop this flail for you. After that, you can use this flail continually all the way up until you get to the very last boss of the game. I put Wild Strikes on this weapon just in case we want to build up the blood loss exceptionally fast, and when we're using two of them, the moveset is incredible. It's got a physical attack power of 230 plus 266. Its attribute scaling is Strength D, Dexterity B, and Arcane D. It causes blood loss, and when you put Wild Strikes with the blood affinity on it, it's going to go from around 50 all the way up to 101 blood loss on the weapon. Its attributes required are 10 strength and 24 dexterity, so as I said, you can get this incredibly early in the game, especially if you start with the Samurai class. However, to get two of these weapons, you need to be in New Game Plus, so you can substitute one of these weapons out with the Chain Link flail that you get from the giant pumpkin heads, or if that one is too hard to farm for you, you can use the flail that is found in the chest by the Gatefront Ruins, surrounded by a bunch of enemies. Either way, having two of these flails is going to cause you to do a ton of damage, and you're really going to enjoy it. Now, for your Flask of Wondrous Physic, you are going to be using the Green Burst Crystal tier and the Thorny Crack tier. The reason being is dual flails is really going to eat up your stamina, so having that extra stamina recovery speed from the Green Burst Crystal tier is going to be incredibly helpful, and the Thorny Crack tier is going to boost your successive attack power all the way up to about 20% boost, so this is incredibly nice because it's going to allow us to do a ton more damage, and you are hitting really fast with dual flails, allowing you to proc this tier really fast, and if you use Wild Strikes, it's going to proc it even faster. The Thorny Crack tier can be located in the Consecrated Snowfield after you kill the Putrid Avatar guarding the Minor Erd Tree, and the Green Burst Crystal tier is going to be located in the Mistwoods right here in Limgrave. And guys, per usual, thank you so much for watching this far into the content. If you like what you're seeing and you're finding value in what I'm doing, feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you know when I'm making more content. I make a ton of videos, everything from Elden Ring, Lords of the Fallen, all the way to Lies of P, build videos, news videos, whatever it may be. So if you're into that, I look forward to seeing you around the channel. And now let's get into the talismans. So now moving into the talismans, we're going to be working with 4 really good talismans that I feel complement each other not only very well, but also are going to make the build a lot of fun to play. So with the first talisman, we're using the Warrior Jar Shard. If you have the Shard of Alexander, please substitute this one out for that, as it will give you a 15% damage boost instead of a 10% damage boost. However, if you don't want to do Alexander's entire questline, then you can just kill him early and get the Warrior Jar Shard. Our second talisman is going to be the Rotten Wing Sword Insignia. This is going to greatly increase our attack power with successive attacks all the way up to 13%, and like we've talked about before, the flails are going to attack really fast, especially with Wild Strikes, so you're going to proc this talisman incredibly fast. Our third talisman is going to be the Lord of Blood's Exaltation. This is going to raise our attack power whenever blood loss is in the vicinity up to 20%, which is absolutely phenomenal, giving us a nice damage spike. And lastly, our quality of life talisman we're using with this particular build is the Erd Tree's Favor +2. This is going to increase our maximum HP, stamina, and equip load. An absolutely phenomenal talisman. It's going to buff all the stats that we need. It's going to raise our maximum HP by 4%, our stamina by 10%, and our equip load by 8%. So super great talisman. I love using this one. Overall, it just makes a good build feel a lot better, so that's why it's taken its place here. If you do have Milicent's Prosthesis, you can substitute this one out for that, and you can get some more damage going here. But you can find all these talismans relatively easily. Obviously, like I said, the Warrior Jar Shard is going to be obtained from killing Alexander early. The Rotten Wing Sword Insignia is going to be a reward at the end of Milicent's questline. I'll leave a video down in the description so you guys can watch that if you need it. The Lord of Blood's Exaltation is going to be a talisman given to you from the boss in the Lindell Catacombs in the capital, and the Erd Tree's Favor +2 is going to be given to you from the Lindell Ashen capital. It's going to be sitting on top of a tree trunk, and there's going to be 3 ulcerated tree spirits there, so if you can snag it, it's going to be worth it. Now, as for our armor that we're wearing for this particular build, everything is aesthetic except for one piece, but the entire set does hold a purpose. This entire set is going to give you 65 poise, and anything over that 51 poise is going to allow you to not get knocked out of your attacks as easily, both in PvP and in PvE within Elden Ring. So we have the scaled greaves, these scaled gauntlets, and these scaled armor. All of those can be located in the Volcano Manor questline, where you have to go through and kill the different Tarnished within the Lands Between. I believe believe after you kill your first or second Tarnished, you are going to get this entire set. And the white mask is the one piece of armor here that really helps us out. It's going to boost our attack power by 10% when blood loss is in the vicinity. This is going to stack with the Lord of Blood's exaltation and the majority of our other talismans, so this is a very important piece to have, even though it looks absolutely hideous. You can get this mask from the Mogwin Palace here on the map, and what will happen is you'll go through that area and 3 assassins are going to try to take you out. The 3rd assassin is going to drop the white mask for you. And lastly, I just want to go over my stats with you. Like I said, this is a level 150 build. Right now my vigor is at 50, my mind is at 20, endurance is at 23, just so we can wear that armor that we have, and also so we can roll around with ease. Our strength is at 12 because this is not a strength build. Dexterity is going to be up at 60 because that's what our flail is going to scale best with. Intelligence is not touched, down at 9. Faith is at 15, so we can use Flame Grant Me Strength as one of our buffs, thus furthering our damage. And Arcane is going to be at 40 because that's when the damage from Arcane starts to kind of cap out, and this is also going to help us proc our blood loss quickly. And guys, there you have it for that level 150 Dex Arcane build. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that sub button and the bell notifications so you guys can know when I'm making more videos. I got a ton more Elden Ring stuff, Lies of P, and Lords of the Fallen videos coming out within the next few days, so make sure to stay tuned for that. If you like the build videos that you are seeing, here's a bunch more on the screen for you that you can go check out. I highly recommend them because they're all incredibly fun and they do a ton of damage. So without further ado, thank you so much, and until next time, stay safe, enjoy the game, and I'll see you in the next one.